Welcome to episode number 2 of Multi-Realm Flipping Empire. So this is a challenge where I'm building a flipping empire across a whole heap of different realms and flipping on all of them. So let's get right into it. If you haven't seen episode number 1, it will be linked down below for the playlist for this series. So what we've done, it's been 1 week, and what we did in the first week, we basically invested a whole heap of gold trying to build up a catalog of items across all the realms with the 100k that we started off with. So what we're going to do to start off with, we're going to collect all the sales across all 10 realms that we have been flipping on over the past week. So the main goal was to invest all the gold. We need to start building up the catalog before we can start seeing some really good profits. However, let's get right into this. Now, if you didn't know, I have a flipping guide, and if you want to check that out, it basically teaches you all about flipping. It has all of the TSM groups and operations that I'm using in this series. So let's get right into it. Let's start collecting the gold. So on Frostmourne, we have 144k worth of sales. We sold a Hope Ender for 15k. That's a good transmog piece. We sold another transmog piece, the Blood Wake Breastplate, 42k. It's pretty nice. And the rest are just pretty decent. We sold an Island Expedition piece here and another transmog piece here for 7k. So let's collect that. So that's 144k of Frostmourne. Let's collect all of that, and that will bring us up to a whopping 1,354k. Alright, so let's jump over to the next round. We're going to go through all of them, collect all the mailboxes of all the sales that we have got so far. So let's go over to area 52 and see how we went on this round. So the main thing that I had been focusing on throughout this week was investing all of the gold mainly into like recipes and plans. I think we're going to move into getting a whole heap of transmog pieces this week. So let's see what we've got here. So we've got 39k on area 52, and as you can see, that all plans and recipes, things like that. So we sold 2 infusions actually for 6.7k. Very nice. So that is 39k on area 52. Let's collect all of that. So a whole heap of recipes here. We did a lot of resetting the market price for a whole heap of different recipes. So we'd buy out a whole heap of them, up to like 10, 20 of the same recipe, and fully reset the price of that recipe on the Pacific realm. Moving on to the next realm. Let's see what we have got on Dalaran. So I will be tracking all this on a spreadsheet that I'll be talking about at the end of the video, showing you all the data from the first week that we've just been really investing. Now, I don't expect to be profitable in the first week. The first week is mainly just to build up a stock of items. So the auction houses are really growing. We've spent the majority of our gold. What have we got on this round? So we've got 37k. We've got a couple big sales here. We sold a lot of the plans for the PvP crafted gear. As you can see, all this, the crimson stuff, we reset the market price on all of the crimsons. So let's collect the 37k, which is very, very nice. So we're going to be doing updates once per week. So it's been 1 week since we actually started this the series and the challenge, and we've been investing all the gold so far. Alright, so that is done for this round. Bring us up to 56k. Very nice. Now, Illidan. So Illidan, I didn't think we had that many sales on Illidan, to be honest. We'll have to check it out. But I think it was the least performing out of all of the realms so far, which is a surprise because there is a lot of people that play on Illidan. Maybe there's a lot of other people undercutting, or the market isn't that great on Illidan, but we're only early into this. We've only been focusing on the plans and patterns. And so as you can see on Illidan, we only got 6.9k. So let's collect all that up. What we're going to be focusing on next is mainly getting some good transmog items. So some transmog items to flip. So I think that will be our focus for this next week that we're going to be doing. So let's go on to Moonguard. Now Moonguard is a really good, it's a role-playing realm. So a lot of transmogs sell extremely well on here. So I'm looking forward to see how good the flipping of the transmog pieces are on Moonguard. Just because it's a role-playing server and a lot more people on role-playing servers are into transmog pieces. But we did sell a lot of plans and patterns actually on this realm right here. So that is 34k from here from 24 sales, which is very, very nice. All plans and patterns. And the profits we're making on these are very big, like 100 to 500% what we actually paid for the item. Let's move on to the next realm. What is our next realm? Proudmoore. Wonder what we've got on this one. So they're all about making a little bit of profit to start off with, but like I mentioned before, the first week obviously we're not going to profit. The main game about flipping these sort of items is building a big catalog of items to flip, which will sell over time. So we're going to be doing a lot of heavy investing in the first few weeks, and then after that we should start to see the fruit of our labor coming through. So we've got 15k on this round, all plans, platens and designs. That's what we were focusing on mainly, but I think we're going to, now we've got a decent amount of plans, patterns and designs all up on the auction houses, I think we're going to go into either mainly transmog pieces, and we'll also check out the mounts and see what good mounts we can actually find. So moving on to the next round, let's see what we've got on here. Because I think what we're going to do each week is try dabble in different markets so we can build up a big variety of different markets that we have on the auction house selling. And I don't want to spoil anything, but we have built up a pretty decent amount of wealth of items listed up in the auction house already in the first week. So we had, was it 17k? Let me just check down the bottom here once we're done this. So 16k on this round. So on most rounds, on the new rounds, we're going to have about 50k gold to reinvest already into the new items that we want to start flipping. Storm Rage, let's see what we've got going on here. Let's check it out. Hopefully we've got some good sales. Let's see. Now the plans and patterns have been selling really good. I mainly focused on ones that had a good sell rate just for the first week, so we could see some return for our investments. So as you can see, a whole heap of patterns right here. Sold some of the crimson stuff we reset. Right here, they're pretty good price actually, nearly 2k each for those. So we've got 22k on this round. Let's collect that up. Let's move on to the next round. Let's go. Now, one thing you have to take in consideration, some of the new plans and patterns from Dragonflight cost 30 gold each to actually post on the auction house. So I recommend posting them for 48 hours. But you do have to keep that in mind. On a couple of the rounds we spent pretty much all our gold and had no gold to post a couple items on like a round or two. I think Illidan was one. So Thor, let's check out Thor. And let's see what sales we've got on this round. Now if you've been enjoying the series so far, or if you're looking forward to it, be sure to hit that subscribe button and like the video, so I know that you actually are interested in this series and I can keep doing this further and further. So this round we didn't end up spending close to the 100k that we had on here. We're still at 56k actually in the inventory. We've only got 5.2k sales on this round. We sold a couple transmog pieces though. I think we bought a few more transmog pieces on this round just to mix it up, and they didn't sell as many as the recipes and plans, but we got 5.2k on this round. So moving on to our, I believe it's the final round. Yep, Tichondrius. Let's check out what we've got sold on this round. So after we've done clearing out the mailboxes, I'll show you the spreadsheet and I'll go through the numbers of the first week that we have done in this challenge so far. Right, what have we got? So 8.3k on here. On this round, we actually brought a whole heap of these mounts. Now these mounts were super cheap. I think we paid like 30 gold to 50 gold each for them, and we've managed to sell a whole heap by the looks of it. Like all of these are that wolf mount, and we've got a few patterns and plans at the bottom. So 8.3k for this server. This is another server that we ran pretty close to not being able to post items on the auction house. We spent that one full 100k gold, so this money will be used to post items, and we can buy a couple more transmog pieces with it. And that is it for the clearing out of the auction houses. So we went through all of them. Now let's check out the spreadsheet and see what the numbers and the data is looking like. Okay guys, so here's the spreadsheet for week 1. Now the main goal for this week was to invest and to build up the auction house wealth across all the servers, which we've done pretty well. If you look at the end column, we actually increased the auction house wealth by 3,186,000. So that is really good. And we only had to spend 761k to actually increase the value by 3.1 million, which I'm very happy with. And now we were only starting early. However, we still managed to get 325k worth of sales across all of the realms. The best realm for this was Frostmourne because we had the biggest auction house total wealth, that we had a big catalog of items already of 17 million. For the new realms, the best realm was Area 52 and Dalaran. They had about nearly 40k sales from the little bit of gold that we invested into them, which is very good for the very first week. We're only still building up the catalog of items, so I didn't expect to be profitable on the new realms in the very first week, because we still need to build up a decent amount of items to be flipping. The main name of the game with flipping these sort of items are building up a big catalog of items that will sell over time. So for the next few weeks, we may not be profitable on all the realms. However, our main goal will be building up the auction house total value, where then they will sell over time, and that is where we'll see the most profit. So on Frostmourne, we actually did profit. We profited 130k when we had 144k in sales. So that was very nice. If we're looking at a few of the realms, Illidan didn't have many sales. Same with Tichondrius. They only had a little bit of sales. So as you can see, Illidan, we're currently only sitting at 6.9k. And then Tichondrius, we're only sitting at 8.3k. However, if we look at Area 52, we're sitting pretty comfortably. We've got 51k, and also Dalaran, they're sitting at 56k. And also Moonguard. Moonguard had some really good sales. We had 34k worth of sales on Moonguard, which is very good. So overall, we're currently sitting at 1,716k total gold across all the flipping characters. The total change for the week was negative 435k, which is to be expected in the first few weeks while we're just investing. The total amount of sales was 325k. The total gold that we spent was 761,000. And the thing that I'm mainly happy about is the last two columns. So as you can see, from the first week, we're at 20,628k worth of items on the auction house to flip. And obviously, all these items have a big upsell, meaning that we paid a tiny bit for them and we're reselling them for a lot more. Percentage wise, they're probably anywhere from 50 to 1000% higher then we're selling them for what we actually brought for. So that is very good. And then if we check out the last column, the total change to all of the auction houses was 3.1 million, which I'm extremely happy with. So a couple more weeks of this, and we should have a decent amount of items across all of the servers that we can start flipping, and over time they're going to sell. Now if you want to learn exactly how to flip step by step, how to set up TSM, how to actually flip, what items to flip, get my exact flipping TSM groups and operations, that will all be inside of my flipping guide, which will be the first link down below in the description box. But anyways guys, if you're enjoying this series and want to keep on following it, make sure to subscribe and like the video, and also I'll have a link to the playlist down below in the description box if you want to check out episode number 1 where we started to get set up. But anyways guys, I'll see you in episode number 3 of week 2 of the challenge. Take care.